Welcome back everyone, it's J7Jace. It's been a long time since I made a video on the Lion War mod, but we are back and this one is going to be dedicated to Ashley Riot. I'm going to be doing a quick overview as well as go over some builds I like to use for him in the game. In this mod, he has the unique Risk Breaker, which passively has equip change and uses break arts. Now, I'm unsure of the exact formula used for this, but to me, it seems to be on the weaker side in terms of damage, besides when using Vilescar and Cherry Ron with some of the endgame Knight Swords like Chaos Blade, so I can't really recommend using these abilities for the most part. The real strength to me are Ashley's base stats along with his equipment options. I only leveled him as a Risk Breaker from the time I got him, and his stats are pretty impressive along with having a base move and jump stat of 4, so he is mobile and well-rounded. He can also equip a variety of things from guns, spears, and my favorite, as you all know, Knight Swords, which are the best option. As for armor, he can practically equip everything. This even includes things like female hair adornments and even perfumes, meaning he can be invincible as well as being an adept magic user if you really want. Now, if you want to break the game and have him never permanently die, then I really like this build for him. Base Risk Breaker with Darkness, Soulbind, Maintenance, and Teleport or Move +3. And for his equipment, Chaos Blade, Escutcheon, Ribbon, Robe of Lords, and Chantage. He will do fantastic damage with Darkness, will be immune to all negative status ailments, can't have his equipment stolen or destroyed, and lastly, permanent re-raise. With this build, it is an easy way to beat the more difficult rendezvous missions like Of Vagrants and Nightmares. Now for another very overpowered build, it's one that was quite popular back in the OG PS1 days. Dual wield Knight Swords with Chaos Blade in your right hand and Excalibur in your left hand. Ashley can now attack twice and is permanently hasted. The only thing that he is vulnerable against are things like Divine Knight abilities and Thieves, but even this build can take care of most enemies with little to no issue. Even though I have a thing for Knights, as most of you know, I gotta include a different setup. This new Ashley Riot build I'm having a blast with revolves around him using guns with Sanctus Flare for some big numbers at a distance. For his equipment, we want to stack our physical attack as high as possible, so Blast Gun, which is the strongest gun in the Lion War mod and PS1 version. Kaiser Plate, this shield increases our damage with elemental guns. Twist Headband, Robe of Lords, and Bracer. So combined, that's a total of extra 7 PA. For our abilities, it's your preference for his secondary reaction and movement, but for his support, you gotta have attack up or concentrate. With attack up, you will deal more damage, but enemies can dodge his break arts, so keep that in mind. Concentrate fixes this so you can deal consistent damage. You can either take a chance to deal more damage, or do slightly weaker consistent damage with concentrate. Depends on your playstyle, ultimately. If you decide to go with Ashley's gun build, attack from afar, and if possible, try and wait in place instead of moving, as you'll conserve CT, meaning you'll get in your turn faster, meaning more damage over the course in any fight. Move if you have to, but try not to unless enemies are close by, or if you need to revive another character. Now, if you haven't tried the Lion War mod, I highly recommend it. Best way to play vanilla FFT with some awesome additions, which really don't change the game much. There's also the Lion War of the Lions if you prefer that War of the Lions script. The team over at FF Hactics did such an amazing job keeping it traditional, but also adding just enough features. Even though I'm busier than usual, I still have to try and boot it up every now and then to enjoy using Ashley as well as single player rendezvous and having fun with non-charge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Risk Breaker, the Vagrant Ashley Riot. Download the Lion War mod, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more FFT videos.